Hello everyone, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to create stack in Dart. So let's start. I'm going to explain each line for better understanding. So this starts with a new class named stack. A class is a blueprint that groups data and functions together to make an object that we can use. And then inside the class we create a private list data. That's going to be a list of integers, and it's empty list. Final means that we're not gonna change this in the list itself, but we can change what it contains. So and this underscore makes it private to the class. And the next thing we do, we create a getter named isEmpty. It returns true when data has no items, and we can use it to check whether the stack has anything before popping or picking. So next is pick method. It lets us look at the top item without removing it, and the return type int means it can return an integer or no. Inside pick we check isEmpty. That means if the stack is not empty. And then if it's not empty, we return data last. It gives the element at the end of the list, which we treat as the top of the stack. Else, that's what we're gonna do if the stack is empty. And if it's empty, we're going to return no. Okay, next we're going to do a push method. Push adds a new value on the top of the stack. It takes one integer parameter called value. So we add the value to the end of the internal list with this line. Oops, I forgot curly braces. Yes. So the end of the list represents the top of the stack. And then we close the push method. And then we're going to use pop method. Pop removes and returns the top item. So we return type int means it may return an integer or null if the stack is empty. So again, we check if this stack is empty, and if it is, then we return no, because there is nothing to pop. And then if it's not empty, we remove and return the last element by using data remove last. Okay. This removes the top of the stack and gives it back to the caller. So basically last in, first out. Now we close the pop method. Alright. Then we do the main function by void main. And this code is gonna run when the program starts. So we do final my stack equal stack. So we created a new stack object and store it in my stack. And final means we won't reassign my stack to a different object later. And then we're going to push. I'm going to use push method. So it's gonna push the integer 42 onto the stack and it becomes the first item. And then we're going to push 3. I'm going to push number 3 on top of 42. So now 3 is the top item. And then we're going to push number 10. And now 10 is on top of the stack. So now 10 is the top item. And then we're going to print my stack. So that's gonna print my stack object to the console, to the terminal. And then, yep, we close the main method, and that's it. We just learned how to create a stack in Dart. Thank you for watching.